What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Bungie officially announced the lineup for Season of the Deep's Seasonal Artifact mod earlier today. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down each of these new mods, what they do, and which you should start incorporating into your builds once Season of the Deep begins. A new change to seasonal artifacts will kick in during Season 22. Guardians will now be able to refund perks from the artifact individually, as opposed to the current design, which forces you to reset the entire artifact just to change out one or two mods. This should make it a lot easier to change out mods based on your current build setup. Season of the Deep's artifact is called the Repulsor Regulator, and in its first column, we get anti-champion mods. We've got anti-barrier auto rifle, which will give auto rifles the ability to pierce barrier champion shields. This does not include SMGs. Unstoppable hand cannon is back. When equipped, you'll have to aim down sights for 3 seconds without firing. This will load an explosive payload round that will stun unstoppable champions. There are 2 overload mods available this season for scout rifles and trace rifles. While these mods are equipped, consecutive landed hits will cause overload champions to stun. This will also delay ability energy regeneration and lower the combatant's damage output. Glaives get another crack at unstoppable champions, and unlike hand cannons, there's no requirement for aiming down sights in order to trigger the unstoppable shot. Column 2 gets filled with authorization mods, which reduce the armor cost of associated mods, all the way down to 1 armor energy. We'll have authorization mods for Arc, Void, and Strand. While this season we saw grenades included in authorization mods, we'll see melee instead, which will be very enticing towards several Arc builds. The final mod in column 2 is the Technicolor Siphon, which gives you access to the helmet multi-siphon mods for Strand and Arc. In column 3, we get improved Unraveling, which increases the amount of damage that gets done over time against targets who are unraveled by Strand effects. Deeper Origins will amplify the benefits provided by several different origin traits, included Unsated Hunger, which will be included in the reprised Gambit Prime weapons, Nanotech Tracer Rockets, Harmonic Resonance, and Noble Deeds. These are some very impressive origin traits, so to have their benefits improved will be a tremendous benefit in Season of the Deep. Unto the Breach will cause a Void Breach to get created when defeating a target who is Void debuffed. This only occurs when you are using a Void subclass. Intrinsically, Void Breaches provide additional class ability energy when collected. Electric Armor causes you to stay amplified for a longer duration. This will most likely be between a 30 and 50% increase in the overall duration of amplified, which can be a major benefit towards arc builds that revolve around staying amplified. Thunderous Retort is back, a mod I'm extremely excited about, as it grants a 30% increase in arc super damage when you cast your super while critically wounded. The effects do get slightly diminished when using Gathering Storm or Thunder Crash, but this does stack on top of other damage bonuses, like the Cuirass or Star Eater scale. The addition of this mod will surely cause Arc Supers to top the charts in boss DPS this season, so you should most certainly be running this mod if you're using an Arc build. And now we move on to the 4th column mods, where we have Strand Soldier. Whenever you gain Woven Mail, your Strand weapons will gain Unraveling rounds, which can pierce barrier champion shields. This will most likely be an 8-second buff, and is only active when running a Strand subclass. Overcharged Armory will cause weapons with the Unsated Hunger, Nanotech Tracers, Harmonic Resonance, and Noble Deeds origin traits to be overcharged whenever the overcharge modifier is active. This provides a small boost to damage, typically for kinetic weapons, when running a matching subclass to the overcharged modifier. Protective Breach is available and will synergize very well with Unto the Breach. Picking up a Void Breach gives you a Void Overshield. If you already have one active, this will refresh that shield. This will be a 45 health point overshield that lasts for 10 seconds and will be a great mod to include into Void builds for survivability going into endgame content. Countercharge will grant 1 stack of armor charge whenever you or a teammate stun a champion. This can allow you to trigger armor mods like weapon surges, kickstarts, and focus mods. Amped Up will grant additional damage resistance when amplified. This will most likely provide the same level of benefits as the Spark of Resistance, which provides a 25% bonus in damage resistance. In our 5th and final column, we get Conductive Cosmic Needle. Targets affected by Strand debuffs take increased damage from Arc and Void abilities. This is specifically designed to boost the damage towards Void and Arc grenades, melees, and supers, but Volt Shot, volatile rounds, and destabilizing rounds are all weapon traits that trigger these ability effects that should be able to synergize alongside this artifact mod. Shock and Awe will be an especially fun mod to use, as it causes an arc explosion that damages and jolts targets whenever defeating enemies with arc final blows while you are amplified. This will pair up very nicely with the Trinity Ghoul or weapons like the Forbearance grenade launcher. Supernova is another artifact mod that will synergize nicely with Unto the Breach, as picking up a Void Breach causes your next source of void damage to create a large weakening pulse. Weakened targets take 15% increased damage and can trigger several Void 3.0 fragments, so this will certainly be a top tier mod to incorporate into Void builds. Squad Goals is another team-oriented mod. Performing a finisher while amplified causes teammates to become amplified. Performing a finisher while you have Woven Mail causes teammates to get Woven Mail. Performing a finisher while you have Devour, teammates are going to get Devour. And the last mod is Lightning Strikes Twice. After throwing an arc grenade, you gain increased grenade regeneration for a short duration. Arc Final Blows will extend this benefit, something that can prove to be very handy when using storm grenades. I foresee a lot of infinite ability builds coming up this season, while the loss of Shatter Orbs, Volatile Flow, and Bricks from Beyond will certainly have an effect on players' loadouts this season. There's a lot of really strong mods that you'll be able to fill in their place. Seasonal artifact mods are unlocked through XP, so as you are diving into the new seasonal content, be sure that you equip XP mods on your Ghost and collect as many quests and bounties as you can so that you can quickly get these mods unlocked for yourself. I'll be working on plenty of updated build videos over the upcoming weeks, so be sure to stay tuned to the channel for all that Season of the Deep goodness. And in the meantime, I'd love to hear your thoughts about these new seasonal artifact mods and what you're looking forward to most out of Season of the Deep. That's going to wrap things up for today's video, but thank you as always for checking it out. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated and both really do help support the channel. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.